Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal, you fed.
Because Jay-Z and Puff was given an assignment. And that was to destroy East Coast rap. Tampering with a federal witness. And when he showed and bit the hand that fed him, he got himself in a whole lot of trouble. They're not going to find him guilty if it happens before the 4th.
Gene Deal was quiet for years before he finally started exposing Diddy for who he really was, and what he revealed was a story of the rapper's greed for power that destroyed him completely, but we also saw the dark side of his long-standing relationship with the FBI, and how they used him for their own gain. Let's start with the first time in recent years people realized Diddy had something to do with the feds. You might remember the suspiciously deleted Drink Champs interview Kanye did, where he accused Diddy of shooting people and getting away with it because he was in cahoots with the feds.
Poison me, and by the way, y'all done already with me so much. Y'all already black mirrored me. You already made everybody think I'm crazy. You already took my family away. You already separated all my friends. I don't got no celebrity friends. Because when I was on TV, on Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is, and the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address of my child, none of these niggas that want to say something
Travis
now.
Travis gave you the address, though, right?
Travis gave me the address. Right. But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't give a because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal, you fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you gonna go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the about Michael.
Gene Deal risked his life to expose the truth about Diddy, starting with his mentions of his relationship with Jay-Z. He called the latter out for pretending they hadn't been close because the true nature of their relationship was quite extreme.
They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball, they wasn't playing baseball, they wasn't playing football, and they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it, but I don't know what kind of half a homo that is, and you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So, I guess that's a certain type of closeness.
But the big kicker is when Gene, a former police officer himself, revealed that Jay-Z and Diddy were both on the Fed's payroll together, working as informants to destroy East Coast rap from the inside out.
Because Jay-Z and Puff was given an assignment, and that was to destroy East Coast rap. And what I mean by that, New York rappers was getting 800 to 1.2 million, or some larger than that, and to sign with labels back then. And they was getting a lot of money to make albums and records. When they had guys down south that these labels was paying $250,000, $300,000 on record deals, and these guys was bringing back platinum albums and everything like that. So what they had to do was, they had to keep New York rappers down.
The reason was to suppress rappers who sold thousands or even millions of albums so they wouldn't be able to ask for more money.
They did not want East Coast rappers to get big. They were suppressing all new artists that was coming out of New York. Jay and Diddy was doing that. Jay wouldn't do this and Jay with that because he couldn't let a Cameron blow up. He couldn't let an East Coast rapper like Beanie Siegel blow up. Cause him and Diddy was giving that deal, we gotta keep these East Coast rappers down. Cause down south rappers, Cash Money, No Limit, Ludacris and them, they was taking little money and bringing back more money and making more money for them. So the record labels, I wouldn't say they was gonna lose off the East Coast rappers, but they couldn't give them peanuts. They couldn't give them $200,000 to do an album, $300,000 to do an album. They couldn't give them that type of money. They had people like Graf getting $800,000 doing an album and never came out. So they was placed to destroy the East Coast rap.
He also revealed that the two probably had a hand in the death of iconic New York rapper Pop Smoke, because he was about to revive the city rap scene no matter what people did to suppress him.
Or somebody. They was about to bring East Coast rap back. And there's nothing they could do about it. And this kid was finna put East Coast on the map, just like Big did. And this is after 50. And that was Papa Smoke. Pop Smoke. 2 weeks before Pop Smoke died, K Slay, who heard this shit from the industry, that know shit that happens in the industry, set Pop Smoke and his people down and gave them a jewel. He said, y'all gonna have to protect him with his life, with y'all life. Y'all gonna have to protect him with y'all life. Cause he know Pop Smoke was about to bring rap back to the East Coast. And what happened? Pop Smoke ended up dead.
He also revealed what he knew about Diddy's father, saying he was nothing but a small-time drug dealer turned rat who was known as a trader on the streets.
He sold drugs to one of the undercovers that worked for them. They gave that undercover New York City police officer $10,000 for the tape. For the tape. And to see the handwritten statement that Puff father made against their crew. This is what Freddie Myers is saying to me. A real gangster that did all his time. He told the dude who brought Puff into their clique he had to get rid of him. Now, every gangster in Harlem who was getting money back in that day wasn't none of them cab drivers. Puff father was a cab driver. He told the guy that he had to get rid of Puff father. And he said the nigga who killed Puff father was the one that was carrying the casket, crying the hardest at the funeral. He, and from what Tim Dog was saying about his mother and everything like that, his father was more so like a pimp than he was a drug dealer. Puff father was murdered for trying to tell on Freddie Myers and their crew. He had wrote a handwritten statement. He did a handwritten statement and a tape statement, and the police sold it to the Freddie Myers and them for $10,000.
When the feds later turned on Diddy, Gene used his years in investigation to talk about how the authorities had tried to use Justin Bieber as an insider, and how Diddy was so convinced he was always being watched that he tried to pat Justin down on camera to make sure he wasn't wearing a wire.
On the other day, I seen on the video that Puff had ran into Justin Bieber. They met up, and he started tapping him as if he was searching him, and see if he had some kind of device on. Did you see that?
Yep.
Check this out. What if the federal government have already talked to Justin Bieber? And Diddy did that on tape. That means in his mind, he think this person may be a witness, right?
Yep.
What he has just done that is against the law, tampering with a federal witness. If they have already talked to Justin Bieber prior to him doing that, he goes and look like he's searching him. It appears that he's asking Justin Bieber, yo, you got a wire or something like that? Like, you're tampering with a federal witness. That's a charge right there that can land him in jail. Reckless. That was real reckless.
Ousted Da Band member Freddie P. also talked about Justin and confirmed others' claims about the pop star being terrified of Diddy because of everything he had done to him during his teens.
I treat you like what for? I want to know what Justin Bieber, I want to know. Justin Bieber, look at his life change. His man life, that man is terrified of Puffy. I seen the video, I'm in the streets, dog. People know, you know fear, dog. Me like, what happened to your number? He like, oh, man, I lost it. You know, fear, man. You gotta think of all the people, the white folks who been at the parties. They scared. They don't roll in crowds with niggas and guns. You know, when they get slapped in the mouth at a party for being too high, they shut up. You get what I'm saying?
The former bodyguard also revealed that all the bottles of baby oil the feds found at his home were probably laced with some sort of drug to keep his guests compliant as he gathered blackmail material on them.
Isn't it weird that the government was so interested in Diddy's baby oil that they took 1,000 bottles away from his house? If the government took 1,000 bottles of baby oil and somebody had things what appeared to be baby oil, and then you have to listen to the prosecutor. He said that they seized 1,000 bottles what allegedly to be baby oil. Allegedly to be baby oil. So that's telling people that it wasn't baby oil. And people think that that was baby oil, they out their mind. I don't believe it was baby oil. Yo, bro, when they went up in there, they knew what they was gonna find. They knew what was ever in that baby oil or that those bottles that appeared to be baby oil, they knew about that at first.
He even talked about Diddy's drug mule. Brendan Paul was actually a confidential informant the feds placed to keep him under their watch.
He wasn't just a drug mule, he was a plant. He's a CI. That's a confidential informant. He already had a case prior to him getting that case with Diddy and them. He probably already had a handler of somebody that he was just trying to work it out, and that's what he did.
You think he told him any information about Diddy?
Yeah, he got to. They're not gonna give you a deal for nothing. Cause you got caught with the drugs? Cause you say they was for Diddy and them? You gotta give us something.
And you think they're using all that information to indict Diddy?
Oh, no doubt. They taking their time, bro. They working on this and they taking their time.
Gene Deal openly said that the only reason Diddy even faced trials and got his house raided was because he got too cocky and made some of his friends angry. After all, this is the same dude who rubs elbows with New York mayors and racist Trump himself.
Is it because he got friends in high places still? That's a possibility. We wouldn't be here with the federal government if he never had made those people mad, bro. The federal government been knowing about Diddy for a long time. For a long time. You got people coming out saying now, I've seen Suge on your program, said he was a federal agent. I've been told people that. That I know him and Kirk Burroughs was taking paperwork down to the federal government. I've been knew he was going to DC. I did a show on that. Even when people thought that the prosecution was letting up by having the predicate acts and the predicate charges dropped, and people was going in, he getting off. No, they did that to make the case more better for the juror when they look at it. And it doesn't give him an opportunity. It may give him an opportunity, but it lessens his opportunity for appeals when they drop the attempted arson, attempted kidnapping, attempted this, that, and the third. When they drop those charges and say, no, he did do it, it makes it easier for the jury to read and make a decision on it. And when he showed and bit the hand that fed him, he got himself in a whole lot of trouble.
Deal said that it was when Diddy slipped out of his law enforcement background security detail that he got crazier and crazier, which is why none of his original guards from his bad boy days showed up in court mentions.
Puff had a lot of sense. He didn't do his dirt with NYPD, with parole, corrections, or none of us who worked for him. If he did his dirt, he did it with those street guys who were security and that showed up and came up in the trial. None of the security that was police officers or had government credentials came up in the trial, bro. D-Rock, Paul, Bonds, Remy, street guys. Say hello to the bad guy here. Because you want to make me out the bad guy.
Gene went on to give an extremely accurate prediction of the Diddy trial verdict before it came out. He said that if the verdict went past 4th of July, then it meant the jury was taking their jobs seriously. Otherwise, they're on payrolls and want to get it over with before the holidays. And lo and behold, the verdict came out on 2nd July.
Before the 4th of July, he might have a chance. If it goes after the 4th of July, that means those jurors are taking their job seriously. They have went down and took the judge's instructions and said, we're not gonna let this MF go unless we're sure, unless we're positive. We're not gonna put him back on the streets unless we know for sure that we could be safe. They're not going to find him guilty if it happens before the 4th.
Finally, let's talk about the fact that Diddy himself tried to silence Gene Deal from speaking out.
She ain't the only one he was trying to get in contact with. You understand? He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough. Oh, okay. You tell Big Mama that enough is enough. You can't tell Wolf Mama enough is enough. You tell D Ferg Mama enough is enough. You understand? You tell all those people who supported you and they survivors, enough is enough. Said, Kirk told me, he want to reach out to you, Gene. He want to speak to you. I said, speak to me for what? What do you want to speak to me for? If he's trying to speak to me, it's for Puff. Point blank. I know the dude. I know how close he is to Puff. He's been with Puff from day one. So he ain't got nothing to say to me, bro. But Kirk Bro did say to me that the dude said enough is enough. When do it becomes enough?
What do you think? Will the FBI quietly get rid of Diddy now that he slipped away with a little jail time? Or will he escape and try to enact revenge on the snitches that tried to make him go down? If you want to learn more, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.